Welcome to Chef's Take. It's me, Michael Zavlaris. Today is January 21st, 2021, meaning 21 days in the 21st year of the 21st century. That's not going to happen for a while. Interesting to think about. I thought I'd share. Anyway, today I'll be bringing you, because Vicente, he's not on right now, but after my one segment, he'll be on the stream. So far, I'll bring you the divisional round recap and some of the Eagle news. So, last week was a divisional round. I went undefeated. I got all my picks right. Vicente went 2-2. Sal went 3-1. Anthony went 3-1, and Madden went 2-2. So that brings our overall playoff record. Me sitting at 9-1. Vicente sitting at 7-3. Sal at 8-2, Anthony at 8-2, and Tampa Bay at 7-3. So, not Tampa Bay. What the fuck? Madden. So, let's get into it. I'm gonna go off with the Eagles. So, the Eagles are expected to let Jalen Mills and Nickell Robey-Coleman walk. Thank God. I mean, I'm looking on social media, people are upset about us getting rid of Mills. I'm like, the guy he's not that good. He missed key tackles this year. Nickell Robey-Coleman was just getting torched nonstop. The dude is like literally my height. We're both 5'9". So good riddance to both of them. We're in cap hell anyway, so I can care less. So also, it's Eagle news, so why don't I just start talking about what happened around 3 o'clock. The Eagles found their new head coach. About damn time. So they hired Colts offensive coordinator Nick Sirianni as their new head coach. He's had multiple coaching positions on the Chiefs from 2009 to 2012, and since 2018 he's been the Colts offensive coordinator. I guess they're trying to find their next Frank Reich, but I wasn't that crazy about it at first because my preference was Joe Brady or Eric Bieniemy, maybe Deuce Staley, but we got this guy. At first I wasn't crazy about it, but then I did some digging. So 2018, his first year as offensive coordinator. Oh yeah, by the way, he didn't call plays either, so that's a little concerning. 2018, 27 points per game, which was 5th. 386 yards total. 386 yards per game, I meant, which is 7th. 279 passing yards per game, 6th. 107.4 rushing, which is 20th. And according to lineups, their overall offense was ranked 29th. Just so you know, this is the same website. I just want to come out and say it now. This is the same website that had the Broncos as the best offense ranked in 2017. The Eagles were 7th, and they won the Super Bowl. The Broncos, in which we crushed. So, I'm not that crazy about this website, but I figured I'd mention it anyway. 2019, 22.6 points per game, 16th. 237.4 total yards per game, 25th. 194 passing yards per game, 30th. 133 rushing yards per game, which is 7th. And they were the 23rd ranked offense according to lineups. That is, just so you know, their starting quarterback that year was Jacoby Brissett. This was the same season when Andrew Luck retired during the preseason, which screwed a lot of fantasy owners over. Thank God I didn't draft them that year. And this year, 28.7 points per game, which was surprisingly 9th. But this was a very good offensive year for like every team. 378 total average yards per game, which is 10th. 253 passing yards, 11th. 124.8 rushing yards per game, which was 11th. And they were the 12th ranked offense according to lineups. So, not bad. I watched him mic'd up during training camp. He seems like a fun guy. Not. I looked into it. I'm not disappointed. I mean, I shouldn't be upset about it. We got a coach, but I think it may have been better than Josh McDaniels, who everybody thought was the favorite. Who was the favorite actually? So that's the Eagles segment. I may go over it with Vicente again. I'm actually going to take a quick break. I'm going to get him on right now, actually. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. So, I was going over, I'm sure you saw the stream. I was going over the Eagles stuff and the recap. I'll just go over it with you again in case you didn't watch it. So, hi. Hi. Say hello. Say hello. Hey! Night mode. Hold on. Okay, so basically, last week I went 4-0. You went 2-2. Anthony Tal went 3-1, and Madden went 2-2. So
hey, as long as I don't have a worse record than Madden, it's okay.
Yeah, so you can't say that's bad. So I was getting on to the Eagles stuff. I guess I could go over it with you then. So I don't know if you saw, but the Eagles, they're planning on getting rid of Jalen Mills and Nickell Robey-Coleman.
Thank God!
All I can say is thank God. I'm looking at comments. People are like, why are we getting rid of Mills? I'm like, one, we don't have money. Two, he's horseshit. Literal dog.
We should have got rid of him last year.
I know. I mean, I don't think we would have. I don't know if we would have. Honestly, yeah, we should have just got rid of him. If we brought him back and got rid of Malcolm, like, Mills missed tackles. So many tackles. Jalen Mills being Jalen Mills, you know. But let's not talk about. Oh yeah. Nickell Robey-Coleman, burnt. He's always getting burnt. Vicente, we're like the same height as him, too. Imagine us guarding like a 6'2" wide receiver.
This dude blows.
Like, when I first saw him getting signed, and that, believe it or not, that's like my most viewed video, too. I have like 253 views on the most random video. But I'm sort of like, okay, we got him for like a very cheap deal. He wasn't bad. He was a top 5 slot cornerback last year. But this year he played like shit. So that's wonderful. Anyway, that's not the big news about the Eagles. We finally found our new head coach. Colts offensive coordinator Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, thank God we. Personally,
Guys, he's the middle of class. What a naughty boy. Not saying anything important. Yeah, he's in the middle of class. What a dipshit. Told him he should have just. It's better off not going on. So, we're gonna wait for him. Send help, please. Oh, Lord.
all right, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we got Nick Sirianni, who is now our new head coach, former Colts offensive coordinator. Most people thought, and even bettors like had Josh McDaniels as the favorite. People were saying it was going to come down to, I believe, Sirianni and Josh. It was between Sirianni, Josh McDaniels, and Deuce Staley. Kind of disappointed that Eric Bieniemy wasn't able to be our head coach. Like, they couldn't wait after the playoffs. But Sirianni wasn't that bad, so I'm not disappointed. He had multiple head coaching positions on the Chiefs. But I didn't know much about him. Like, you saw my story, like I put, like, okay, I don't know a whole lot about him, but I looked it up. So, he was the Colts offensive coordinator since 2018. Literally the year after we got rid of Frank Reich. Or should I say Frank Reich left. So 2018, they had 27 points per game, which was 5th. 386 yards per game, which is 7th. 279 passing yards per game, which is 6th. 107 rushing, which is 20th. And according to this website I found, lineups where they just do like an overall ranking on these teams, they're ranked 29th on offense. Just so you know, though, 2017, for the 2017 season, they had the Broncos ranked as the best offense and the Eagles at 6. So I don't know where they got the Broncos being the best offense that year. They clearly weren't. We beat the living crap out of them. So
how could they be the best offense? Like Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, Trevor Siemian and Brock Osweiler were their quarterbacks, and a washed-up Jamal Charles as their like backup running back. We won the Super Bowl. We were 3rd in points per game. We were like top 10 in literally every category. How were we not even in the top 5? I didn't want to mention that whole thing, but it's just, to me, I found weird. 2019, 22.6 points per game, which was 16th. 327 passing yards. Yeah. Oh God, he's in the waiting room. 327 passing yards, which is 25th. You okay? Okay.
He says he's in the waiting room. Let me in. I'm gonna get on my Chromebook.
Oh. Okay, I admitted it then. So now there's 3 Vicentes. Holy shit. No. I'm putting Hold on, let me go over here. What the hell? Why? Alright, I'm gonna keep this on here for like a couple minutes, that's it. So
I'll get off. Wait,
I-
did you take a screenshot of this?
well, I mean, it's on the stream. They can see it. Oh my God. So, 2019, they were 25th in passing yards, 30th in rushing yards. I mean, no, let me rephrase. 25 in total yards per game, 30th in passing yards, and 7th in rushing. And according to lineups, they were the 23rd ranked offense. And keep in mind, the quarterback that year was Jacoby Brissett, who is meh. I can't take that serious at all. Oh, he left. Well, let me go back to the other thing then. Wow, perfect timing. So, according to lineups, they were the 23rd ranked offense with Jacoby Brissett. But they were also the 29th ranked offense with Andrew Luck the year prior. They missed the playoffs in 2019, 7-9. 2018, they went to the playoffs at 10-6. This year, they did pretty well with Phillip Rivers. 28.7 points per game, which is 9th. 10th in yards, 11th in passing, 11th in rushing, and the 12th ranked offense according to the lineups. So, not bad. But at the same time, he didn't really call plays either. And keep in mind, too, Andy Reid didn't call plays either when we first hired him. Neither did Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson didn't call a lot of plays either. So, who knows? He's pretty young, too. He's only 39 for a coach. Yeah.
I mean, with those ratings, when you had an old, washed-up Phillip Rivers, imagine if you had a prime Phillip Rivers.
No, imagine if you had like Wentz on that team, because to be fair, Wentz's struggles this year were also because of injuries, and yes, poor decision making too. But injuries, like, keep in mind, he had like one of the worst offensive lines that year. He got sacked 50 times through 12 games, and he still somehow led the league in that after being benched for a few weeks. So if you had Carson Wentz on there, they would have definitely had like over 30 points per game too.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but
Well, look at the what? No, I'm just saying.
Wentz wasn't the best, to be
The
honest.
Colts' weapons, including offensive line, is better than ours. That's why I'm saying
Yeah,
that.
I know, but
Plus Frank Reich.
Carson Wentz's mechanics were all dead anyway. His
I know,
mechanics were
I know
terrible.
they weren't even that good in 2017 either, and he had 60% passing that year.
They were pretty good that year, actually.
I think they would have had like 30 points per game. And keep in mind, 28.7 points per game was ranked 9th. That's just telling you how good this year has been offensively. Because he had 5 quarterbacks with over 40 touchdown passes, and 4 of them are in the and in their championship games right now. So, I think that's pretty impressive. But I like it. From what I saw, I like it. I mean, it's better than Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels, to be fair, he had Cam Newton. He had Cam Newton this year, who statistically had the worst stat line you could possibly have.
I mean, he was good before he got COVID, so maybe
Yeah.
everyone's saying, "Oh, COVID affected him." It could have.
But at the same time, New England's receiving core was worse than ours, and that's saying something. Jacoby Myers is the Walmart version of Greg Ward. Greg Ward.
I wouldn't say that because that guy actually put up 100 yards. Several.
Well, I mean, they were both former quarterbacks, but to me, I think Ward is better. When I watch Ward, I don't think I've seen him drop a pass. Honestly,
Yeah, but he hasn't put up 100-yard games as Jacoby Myers has.
well, yeah, he was the starting receiver. He was their number one, basically.
When Greg Ward was number 1, did he put up 100 yards?
I guess.
No, he
So-
didn't.
So
Good to
there's
luck.
that. So I figured I'd talk about the other games that we talked about the other games that have occurred this past weekend. So the Bucks and Saints, I think, was the best game. To me, I thought that was the game of the week. We may have watched Drew Brees play his last game, and they lost 30-20. Typical Saints. Had I placed my bet like I wanted to, I would have turned $20 into $80. Still pissed off about that. But typical Saints, they choke in the playoffs. Drew Brees struggled in potentially his last game. 56% throwing, 134 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks, and a 38.1 QBR. But in all fairness, though, both quarterbacks struggled. But I mean, Brees did not do well at all. At least Brady improved in the second half.
He can't throw it on the field. He's gonna retire. Well, he said he's gonna retire, so he's gonna retire.
Yeah. What's nice about it is that after the game, him, Brady, and Breeze's kids were on the field, just spending time together. Brady even threw a touchdown pass to his one son, who just lost his brother. I don't know if you saw the clip, but Brady won his 32nd playoff game. That was his 32nd playoff win. And that's more. That's I think the person behind him, I forget who it is, but they had 14. And we finally get our dream matchup, even though it's not the Super Bowl, but Brady and Rodgers in the playoffs. It's about time. Good talk. So, on to the Ravens and Bills game. You're gonna have a field day with this one. I'll let you talk about it. I'll let you have the floor.
Oh my god, man, was that game the best game of the year? Was it just me, or that game was the best game of the year?
I've probably watched that game over and over again.
Lamar Jackson. Ooh, man, it just made me so happy when he threw a pick and it was returned for 101 yards. Ooh. And then when the backup quarterback throws better than your starting quarterback. Oh, man. Lamar sucks, dude. Honestly, that dude blows. Most of his mostly every pass was under 10 yards. It was at least 5 yards or less. That's most of his passes. Every pass when they were driving down the field before the interception, 5 yards, got a first down. 5 yards, got a first down. Because they're all playing back. They're all playing zone because they're ready for Lamar on the run. But no, 5-yard pass, 5-yard pass, 5-yard pass, 5-yard pass. And when he passes more than 5 yards, what happens? Interception, return to the house, touchdown Bills. Man, Lamar, you make me so happy, dude. Now, I love you as a person, like he's watching this, but you suck as a quarterback. You blow. And Bills fans gave him donations. Bills
Yeah,
fans.
but when I wrote the thing, it was 290,000, but I got a notification saying it's up to 450,000.
Oh, last time I saw it was like 300.
Yeah, it's $450,000 right now, which is pretty good.
Man, Ravens fans, you probably hate my guts.
But yeah,
I don't care. The city is terrible, so shut up. But, and you have 2 teams down there. You suck. Shut up. The Orioles blow. Your stadium is great. You're wasting a great stadium on a terrible team. All right, anyway.
Yeah, it was $290,000 in 24 hours. He did suffer concussion in that game at the end of the third quarter. Both kickers struggled that game too. They each went 1 for 3. And Justin, just so you know, like Justin Tucker went 1 for 3. So that's.
I mean, it was windy. You saw the balls go.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen had like so many touchdown opportunities, but he overthrew the ball. I think it could have been the win.
Yeah, if
freakishly
you can
strong
tell it's the win too when Justin Tucker goes 1 for 3. I mean, it doesn't help when the announcers are always jinxing the kickers. It seems to happen all the time. Like Al Mike is like, he's like automatic, and then he misses it. They're acting like they're shocked. I'm like, every time they say he's automatic, he never misses from here. Never
You know the
misses from
funny
there,
thing is?
they miss it.
I was watching a video about the announcers jinx like 3 days prior to that game.
Yeah.
As soon as he said, "Oh, he's automatic," I'm like, Justin Tucker is gonna miss this field goal. He misses the field goal, and it goes doink.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember this, but it was either Joe Buck or Troy Aikman. They jinxed Dan Bailey's career. They're saying he's like, this is the most accurate kicker of all time, which at the time he was. And after that, he went downhill.
Oh yeah. He missed like a lot of field goals.
Yeah, like just after they said that, the most accurate kicker of all time, he just went downfield after that.
I do remember that. Then he sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, you just cursed this dude. Like, he went from the most accurate kicker to now a liability. So we just went over the Ravens and Bills. The Browns versus Chiefs. That was actually a pretty close game.
The refs versus the Browns.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full game. I watched probably a total of like 10 minutes of the game. But yeah, Kansas City won 22-17. Mahomes suffered a neck injury, which is it was like a pinched nerve or something. But hey, who needs Mahomes when you have Chad Henne?
Wait, it was a concussion.
No, they said he was under concussion protocol, but then they said it was like a nerve, like a pinched nerve.
No,
or
I think
something.
they came out and said Pat Mahomes has a concussion.
Yeah, then everyone else was, including people like Tom Pelissero. They were saying like pinched nerve. They were saying something about a nerve in his neck too that messed him up. So it could be both.
You think he's gonna play?
Well, he was a full participant yesterday.
I know
and I believe
yesterday
today.
he was practicing, but it was limited. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, he was a full participant, but I don't know if he was getting first team reps though. Some people saying he had second team reps. I have no idea.
They said his practice was limited, but if that's a good sign for Chiefs fans. What, that was yesterday. That was Wednesday.
Who knows?
So,
It's the NFL. Mahomes is their golden boy. If he doesn't play, they're going to postpone it until he can play.
Colin Cowherd said
Yeah,
they
he
should
said that.
Dude's such a clown.
I
Like,
know,
I
but
understand why ratings, but that's so stupid.
the sad thing about it is that the NFL could very well do that.
They shouldn't.
I mean, look, I think Adam Silver is like the best commissioner in like between like the 4 major sports. But like I still like the NFL. They can definitely. They're probably going to do that. I shouldn't say they will, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They're probably not going to.
The thing that pissed me off though is that now, when certain players get COVID or whatever, or short of players, the NBA they postpone the games, but yet they forced us to play with 7, but technically 8 because Scott was listed as available, but we didn't play him, so we played with 7.
And now we're 8-1 at home. We can be 8-0 right now, but Alvin Silver said, Adam.
Or even 9-0.
He
At
said,
home.
fuck. He said,
We
fuck.
still have the best home record in the NBA.
Oh, hell yeah. We're not the best team in the NBA.
We technically have the lead in the East right now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're the best team, though.
I know, but I'm just saying we're first in the East. So,
First in the least.
from what I heard, Mahomes will play. I have no idea yet. He might. I think he will. The Rams versus Packers. There's really not a whole lot to talk about that game. Like everybody wanted an Adams versus Ramsey matchup, but they barely lined up across from each other.
And when they did, Adams just, won.
Yeah, like the touchdown Adams scored. I mean, he was in motion. You really can't guard him when he's in motion.
There was a catch where Adams got him. He got him dirty. He went, and he went, ooh. And Jalen Ramsey was like 5 yards behind him. He was like, whoa. He got him. I don't know if it was a double. It looked like a double move.
Well, the touchdown was like scored like 2-3 yards from the end zone.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like this one round. He just killed.
So let's talk about Deshaun Watson. Many reports saying Watson will likely not be back on the Texans next year. These are the odds for teams landing Watson. The Jets at plus 400, Dolphins at 500, Bears at 900, Patriots at 900, Broncos at 1,000, and Washington at 1,000. Do you know we're ranked in the Eagles are also ranked in the top 10 in landing him for some reason? I don't get it. We don't have money.
We need quarterbacks.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have the money or the assets to trade for him.
Saints are dead broke. See,
And there's no money in here.
the Jets are going to give up their first round pick if they give them. Yeah,
They have a few,
How many?
but hey, it's Deshaun Watson.
They do have a few. They have Seattle's. They have Seattle's for this year and next year.
I think it's this
They
year.
have- What?
I think it's this year.
No, I
No,
think
wait.
first round.
I
They
have
gave
no-
him
I have no
2.
idea. Okay,
I
then
think
they
it's-
have one
I
for
know
this
it's
year and
this
then
year.
one for next year.
Yeah, one for next year. I just said that. Hey, the
So-
Flyers scored.
See, we're both representing the Flyers today, so that's good.
Do you catch our drift?
So, Philip Rivers announces retirement. I think he's a Hall of Famer, even though he didn't win the Super Bowl, but still
Yeah,
think he's a
he's
Hall of Famer. He's like he's 5th in passing yards and passing touchdowns. I think he's ranked like 5th in like 2 different categories.
Yeah, he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
So now the Colts need a quarterback. John Clark and people from ESPN are expecting the Colts to show interest in Wentz. I still don't think we're trading him unless.
Why didn't you just get Watson? If he
Here's
wants to be
the, here's the thing. I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to go. I don't think he's going to go to the Colts because they're in the same division. Why would you? Hey.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna trade him to the Colts because they're in the same division. Why would you trade a top 5 quarterback to your division rival? And why would the Colts give up so many assets? Because every executive out there saying he's worth at least 3 first-round picks. Why would the Colts give away their future for, Deshaun? Why would they give away their future picks to their division rival?
Because the division rival is going to be ass. But then, never mind. You're right.
The divisional trades almost never happen. So
They're rare.
so I did make a little list like which quarterback would likely be on the Colts next year. I still put Watson, but I know that he's not. There's no way in hell he's going to be there. But the other three I listed were Carson Wentz, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who I think is the favorite to going there, and Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford would do pretty well on the Colts. Put him on any other team, he'd do a lot better.
I was watching this video earlier. It said it was rating all the draft picks from 2009, right? That's when he was drafted. Yeah,
I think so.
2009. And they said he's an okay player. I'm like, dude, he's on a terrible franchise. He's literally in the city of Detroit playing football. Like, Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback in the league. This team is just terrible, man. And this dude's here outperforming. Even Aaron Rodgers said this dude's a beast. He's an animal. When Aaron Rodgers, maybe one of the best, probably maybe the best quarterback to ever play the game.
As a quarterback, no stats,
Ever.
yes. I think he's like the most athletic. I think he's like
He's
probably
so
the best
underrated.
His athleticism is best ever.
like for instance,
Who?
like I compare Brady and Rodgers to like LeBron and Kevin Durant.
What?
In this situation, like Brady and LeBron are they're the same. Then Durant and Rodgers are the same in that situation because they're both more athletic than Brady and LeBron, but when you bring in like accomplishments, this, that, and the third, and stats, it's obviously LeBron and Brady are better than the two. So it's like the same. It's like the same situation between those two I mentioned.
Well, I was saying Matt Stafford is a beast.
He is.
I think he's a future Hall of Famer. To be honest.
Honestly,
There's this-
I'm gonna
there's
throw
this
another
stat
quarterback in there.
Hold on. There's a stat line. He's at 44,000 yards. I think he got 44,000 yards faster than I don't know who other two quarterbacks. I think one of them was maybe A-Rod. I think.
Well, he had 5,000 yards before.
He did.
I'm surprised. Was he even an MVP candidate that year? Because he went off that year.
I have no idea.
Let me pull up the stat line real quick.
He dominates, man.
So,
Dude,
yeah,
trade him to-
2011, third year in the league. 5,038 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 picks. Now, 16 picks, yeah, questionable, but I don't know if he was an MVP candidate or not. Like, I don't know if he was on there, but he definitely had the stats to be one. He did pretty good he did very well that year. So, there's that. But another quarterback I want to mention too that may go to the Colts. They may possibly draft Mac Jones if he falls there. I see Mac Jones going to either the Colts, the Patriots, or the Steelers. I'm not so sure about the Steelers now that Dwayne Haskins signed with them, but they still might. I mean, I'd pick Mac Jones over Dwayne Haskins.
Number 12, cool.
Maybe even Kyle Trask, if he's up there, he may go there. But I'd probably pick Mac Jones. So that's me. Speaking of the Lions, they hired Dan Campbell as their head coach, and I watched his interview. I think they're in good hands.
Hey, Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy knows. He's like, man, I want to be the coach, but where? And maybe she's like, maybe I could turn. He probably knows I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I want to do.
Yeah.
He probably knows that, so he's probably trying to turn the sports part of Detroit around. So
So I was
change
looking.
it might work. It might work.
I was watching like Pat McAfee showing one of the people call, and they're like, "Who do you think would win in a fight, Dan Campbell or Mike Vrabel?" I'm just like, oh god. Because Mike Vrabel and John Harbaugh, I meant, almost went at it during the regular season. And Mike Vrabel is he was a linebacker. Then you have Campbell, who I believe was a tight end, I think. Doesn't matter. Tom Brady is 14-2 in divisional round games. So that's just a divisional round. And keep in mind, there were some years where, actually no, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. It was wrong. Brandon Staley's the new Chargers head coach. Meh, I guess. But see, for me, I really wish like the Eagles looked in like. I wanted us to get Joe Brady or Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, but I mean, they
This
should
guy's
have.
terrible though.
What they really should have done is fire Howie, give Doug another year because we're not gonna be good next year. We're gonna be terrible.
I would have gave Doug one more year, but I don't. What I told you too, what I told you earlier was he wanted Press Taylor at offensive coordinator, and then he wanted that Corey Udlin, who was on the Lions, who had the worst defense that year at like defensive coordinator or something. So I could see why he got fired. I didn't want him fired. Like, honestly, I would have just promoted like Deuce Staley at offensive coordinator, and then get someone else at defensive coordinator. Like, to me now that we have our new head coach, I think we should promote Deuce Staley to offensive coordinator, and our defensive coordinator I think should be Gerard Mayo. People are saying Matt Patricia, but I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, no way. I was just trying to keep it light too. So let's get on to the NBA. NBA awards. Who's your MVP? I think I already know your answer, but figured I'd ask.
Joel Embiid.
That's who I have. That's why I have him as my That's why I'd pick an MVP. 26 points per game, 54.5% on the court, 11 rebounds, almost 3 assists, 1.4 steals per game, 1.4 blocks per game, and his team is 10-5. But my other candidates would be KD, Nikola Jokic, who's averaging a triple-double, and LeBron. But
I think you're forgetting one man. Colin Sexland. Sexland. It's not Cleveland, it's Sexland. This dude
of the sex.
scored 20 straight points in overtime, man.
He literally spoiled the Big Three debut of
going
KD, Kyrie,
Kyrie.
and Harden.
80 and James Harden. He
Imagine
shot over 80,
Imagine losing to the Cavaliers when you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden.
Well, there are a lot of bench players and decent players.
But a lot of people would say Kevin Durant for MVP, but the reason why I'm picking Embiid, because look, Kevin Durant has Kyrie and now has James Harden.
And look, when the Sixers don't have Embiid, we play like dog shit.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
just so you know, the
Oh.
Sixers haven't won a game without Embiid. So Matt's best bet to survive is for Embiid to not play.
Yeah, I mean, Joel Embiid's gonna miss a few games in there. He's 7 foot, and he's a center. I know Nikola Jokic, he's a center. He might miss some games. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that.
I don't care what people say. Joel Embiid is better than Nikola Jokic.
Oh yeah, he definitely is. Like last season, he wasn't, but this season, he definitely is.
So
Like he's the best center in his conference and the best center in the league. Honestly, he bullies centers. Bullies.
yeah, you have just to clarify too, the Celtics fans are saying like refs versus the Celtics. I'm like, hold on a minute.
I mean,
No, you guys can't guard Embiid without fouling him. And then Marcus Smart has the balls to say Embiid always flops. Look who's talking. Look
when he
who's
said
talking.
that, I was thinking
The
before
flop king.
before I saw Embiid's comments, like, wait a minute, doesn't he flop? Isn't there a compilation of him flopping on YouTube?
There's a whole friggin' thing of him flopping. I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, it's not the ref's fault that you can't guard Embiid without fouling him.
I mean, there were a lot of fouls that were called. Some of them I don't think they were fouls. Some of them not.
Oh yeah, the thing that pissed me off was when
Here's the other thing. We almost lost the Celtics without Jason Tatum. Now I know we're missing the better Curry brother,
Yeah.
Seth Curry.
Mhm.
Hopefully he plays tomorrow but what if Jason Tatum was playing and we had the lineup we had yesterday? We would have lost.
I know.
We don't have a lot of offensive weapons outside of Joel Embiid or Shake Milton. I mean, Danny Green's getting better. His
Yeah,
defense.
that's another reason
But,
why I
like,
have
Ben
Embiid
Simmons is supposed
as
to be the offensive monster.
that's why I
His production has been slowing down. It's not as good as it was last year. He needs to start shooting more, like way more. If he wants to score more points to help the Sixers out, I know his defense is great, but when he has an offense, it's like defective sometimes. When he has the ball in his hands, I mean, he gets assists, but like, he's not really a high scorer like we need him to.
Yeah, that's why I have Embiid as my MVP because look, Kevin Durant, you have Kyrie and James Harden. Nikola Jokic, you have like Jamal Murray. What the fuck? 10 minutes? Son of a bitch. What the fuck? Did you see the thing? Like we have 10 minutes left on this Zoom. Isn't that bullshit? That's why I have Embiid as my MVP. KD has Harden and Kyrie. Nikola Jokic has Jamal Murray, who I think carried the Nuggets in the playoffs. I think he did better than Jokic in the playoffs last year.
No, well, some games, but I was looking at the stats. Nikola Jokic, like when Jamal Murray scored like 50 points or like scored 30 or whatever, there were some nights he didn't do that always consistently. Jokic was always put up good, consistent numbers. He was going like had put up 25 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, or like scoring 30 points. He was always put up consistent numbers. I mean, Jamal Murray was balling out more, but I still think Nikola Jokic was the better player on the team.
Oh yeah, and LeBron also has Anthony Davis, and probably like the best bench players too.
Who?
Schroeder and
Oh,
the guy
yeah,
from
their team
LA.
is
The guy,
back. I can't wait until they come here. Hopefully, we have the better Curry brother playing.
yeah, but
Steph Curry.
that's why I have Embiid. You look at Embiid.
Oh yeah.
I would
He
say
is-
Simmons would be his next guy, which is sad to say because Simmons isn't even that good offensively either.
We need him good offensively. We need that.
I don't know if you remember, but the year we had Butler, I miss you, Butler. But the year we had Butler, like when we went against the Lakers, I think it was when they came to Philly.
They weren't good that year.
When we beat them.
weren't good
If
that
you
year.
noticed, LeBron was keeping Simmons like wide open, purposely, and Simmons did horrible that game
Oh yeah, they always keep him.
because they know like he knows that he can't shoot. So that's it right there.
You should honestly surprise them. Just go pull up.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he like did it green. Defensive
And
player
then
of the year, I would probably say Anthony Davis. My three are Davis, Embiid, and Gobert.
What? Defensive player?
Yeah.
I would still give it to Ben Simmons. To be honest with you, he's.
Most improved player. I have no idea.
Seth Curry, if he keeps playing at the way he is, averaging 17 points per game, shooting like 50 from 3-point line. Oh yeah, I'll give him most improved.
Huh? Who can be Rookie of the Year, Vicente? Is it the guy
Oh.
Sports Center and Bleacher Report won't shut up about?
Oh, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
I would say they're the guys. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really paid attention to the rookies besides LaMelo. No, actually, the only rookie I paid attention to was Maxey.
Maxey, that's it. Everyone else I can honestly give two shits about. Aside from Isaiah
James
Joe.
Wiseman, he's on my basketball fantasy team, so I pay attention to his stats every night. He scored 20 last night, but like after the first two games, James Wiseman has been scoring like 8 points per game, 10 points at least. But last night he actually scored over like double digits in a while.
Yeah.
Or am I lying about that? I'll check his stats later. I could be wrong. All right, we don't have that much time. That means they
Yeah.
won't.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break, and during the break we can just go on to another Zoom.
Okay.
So I could just do that.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back for the moment y'all been waiting for. So, give us what, a couple minutes, and we'll be back. Give you our picks. Woo! Welcome back. Hold on. I'm doing my thing. Welcome back. So we're gonna be doing our picks. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, you went 3-1. So did Anthony. Vicente.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do our picks. There's only two
Everyone's here
games.
for it?
There's only two games. So starting off with the first game, Tampa Bay at Green Bay. We finally get what we were looking for, a Brady Rodgers playoff game. They did play Week 6 against each other. Tampa Bay did beat Green Bay 38-10 when they like I said, when they played Week 6. Rodgers struggled that game. 16 for 35, 160 yards, 2 picks. And after the second quarter, like after the pick, the Bucks had a 65% chance of winning that game. Like they were favored to win that game after the pick. So don't expect a different game than last time, because remember the Saints blew out the Bucks and look what happened. So I'm picking Green Bay.
What's the other game? Chiefs and who?
Chiefs and Bills.
If Mahomes is in, I'm going Chiefs. If he's not, I'm going Bills.
Yeah.
Alright, we all agree across the board. Probably Madden at the Bucks.
They do have Madden, but Anthony, don't be surprised if they win though. So I'll be doing my betting thing like after we do our picks, because I did that last time. But Green Bay's favored by 3.5, and the over and the under is 51.5. So
Oh, we have to talk about something after the picks. Well, I have to talk about something.
okay. Well, you can say it right now because Vicente is on mute.
I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Hold on, Ian.
are going home to play the Super Bowl. They're going to be the first team in NFL history to host a Super Bowl game. I think Tom Brady's going back to Tampa.
Hold on, Ian.
Not because he's lost, because he's going to the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't be surprised if they win, but I'm going with Green Bay. Sal's going with
Now,
Green Bay.
here's the thing. This is why I think Tom Brady's going to win. Now, before everyone says, oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're just hopping on Tom Brady.
I wouldn't say you're stupid. I mean, it can go either way.
Here's the thing.
Team Mikey, though.
What?
A-Rod, the
on,
last
yeah.
decade, has lost in the NFC Championship. I'm trying to think. He went last year. Went when Atlanta went. Went when Seattle went. Lost. That's 3. If he loses this 4th one, he'll tie Donovan McNabb for the most losses in a conference championship game.
Well,
He's
keep
lost 3 in the last decade. And one time, he went 15-1, lost to the New York Football Giants, even though they won Super Bowl that year. Still should have won it. In the divisional round. Lost to the Cardinals one year, but yet again, Larry Fitzgerald is honestly a legend, so I can't blame him there. It wasn't his fault.
Well, keep in mind though. Every single championship game Rodgers has played in, he had to travel. This is his first home championship game, and it's hard to beat Green Bay and Lambeau.
Yeah,
Yep.
but here's the thing. Tom Brady, they're playing in the cold. Tom Brady, Antonio Brown played in Pittsburgh. Tom Brady played in Boston. Cold. They get cold around this time. Really, it snows in Boston around this
I
time.
know. So does Lambeau.
What's happening?
I think they're scheduled for snow that game. Let me look.
If there are, Tom Brady's used to that.
Yeah, so is Rodgers.
Yeah, but
He's only been there for what? How many years? Yeah, snow showers with a high of 28 degrees.
I mean, they're a Tampa-based team, but yet again, the last time they were there, they were playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the cold. And what happened? Their ass.
Yes, Anthony.
They kicked
Just
their
wait to talk about. We have to talk about after the picks.
They kicked their butts because I heard rumors saying, "Oh, it's too cold. They can't win up here." Even though I wasn't around, but I was doing my research. They're saying, "Oh, it's too cold. They can't win up here." Oh my God! What did they do? We choked, and Donovan McNabb throws 3 picks and we lose.
Well, it's Donovan McNabb.
I know, but he's going against A-Rod. But See, I want A-Rod to win this game. I want Aaron Rodgers to go to the Super Bowl. But I think Tampa's going to make it, to be honest with you.
So, yeah, keep in mind, though, this is Rodgers' first home championship game, and I believe Green Bay lost like 3 times in Lambeau in the playoffs, and one of them were the Giants, I believe, and the other one was Michael Vick with the Falcons.
It was the Giants.
Yeah. I know. You guys haven't done shit since.
Tom Brady lost in the divisional, the conference championship.
So, yeah, Madden is going with you, and Madden are the only ones picking Tampa Bay. I'm picking Green Bay. They are favored by 3.5. It's gonna be a great game to watch. Who wouldn't love a Tom Brady Aaron Rodgers playoff game?
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody wanted a Brady Rodgers Super Bowl, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Next game we have Buffalo at Kansas City.
You know what?
Man, Anthony, let me finish. God damn.
Give me
I'll beat you up. No.
table breaking, charity donating,
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia losing 4 times in a Super Bowl.
4 straight years in the Super Bowl.
Me, the Buffalo Bills.
Vicente's going with the upset.
Tampa
You know, believe it or
Bay.
not, I was ready to
With
pick
Tom
Buffalo
Brady
too. I
And the
have a
Tampa
feeling
Bay
Buffalo.
Buccaneers
I have a
in
feeling Buffalo
Tampa.
may win.
In Tampa. Give me the Buffalo Bills versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I have a feeling Buffalo may win this too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pat
But-
Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, right?
Yeah.
Best quarterback in the playoffs. Maybe. Maybe second best. Maybe the best.
Well, Brady has to be the best
Take me.
quarterback in the
Give
playoffs.
me.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
Give me the Buffalo Bills going against Tampa
Yeah,
in Tampa.
there are, but each team plays 16 games.
But here's the thing.
Honestly, anything
The
can happen.
Bills, their team is complete. I mean, they're a one-dimensional offense. All they do is pass the ball. But the Chiefs' defense isn't even it's not the best in the league. They have Stephon Diggs
Weapon wise, they have like the best in the
having
league.
a career season right now. Those are good players. Josh Allen, one of the strongest arms in the league. Maybe the strongest arm in the league. It's Pat Mahomes. Maybe Pat Mahomes.
Who knows? Week 6 may have foreshadowed. Week 6 foreshadowed the championship games because also week 6 the Bucks and Bills played. I mean the Bucks and Green Bay played, and so did the Bills and Chiefs.
That is true. Maybe it will be the other way around. Maybe the Green Bay Packers will get in.
Yeah, the Chiefs beat Buffalo 26-17. They were favored to win throughout the whole game. Allen went 14 for 27, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. The Chiefs ran 73 plays compared to Buffalo's 50, and the Chiefs put up 466 yards compared to Buffalo's 206 throughout the game. Now remember, it's the playoffs. This is completely different. The Tampa Bay turned it around against the Saints because the Saints demolished them in the regular season, but that wasn't the case because coming to the playoffs, the Saints always choke. So I'm going if Mahomes plays, I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm not going to lie to you, though. It's going to be very tough to pick that. I have a strong feeling Buffalo may win this game. So, yeah, I'm going with Kansas City. You're going with Buffalo. So, my uncle is going with Kansas City if Mahomes plays, and if he doesn't, then he's picking the Bills. So, I'm just coming from that for Kansas City because I think Mahomes is playing. Anthony, who do you have?
The Kansas City football Chiefs. I have the Chiefs too.
Okay. So, Vicente, there's a possibility, like, I mean, it wouldn't matter. So I have Green Bay and Kansas City. Vicente, you are going with upsets this week. You're picking both of the underdogs. And, I mean, look, we're Eagle fans. We have that underdog mentality. You're going with Tampa Bay and Buffalo Bills. Both teams traveling to the other team for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. The Bills have not been to the Super Bowl since what? 92, 93? Something like that?
They haven't won an AFC
93.
championship since
93.
Yeah, 93. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Could there possibly be a way they win this game and win the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history after losing 4 straight with Jim Kelly under center, playing the Cowboys twice? Uncle Sal is picking the favorites, Green Bay and Kansas City. So is Anthony. Madden is picking Tampa Bay and Kansas City. This will be fun to watch. I think the best game to watch will be Tampa Bay and Green Bay because of the fact that it's Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, 2 of the best quarterbacks to ever play.
And if Mahomes plays, we have 2 of the
I say something
young,
pretty on our pick.
2 of the best youngest.
Yes, go ahead,
quarterbacks
Anthony.
in the league right now. Future of the
Let's
league.
talk about Dwayne Haskins getting signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I already talked about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
What number is he going to be?
I have no idea. Who cares?
You know,
You d-
only Jordan cares about him.
What number is he gonna be?
I don't give a rat's ass what number he's probably gonna pick something like 1 or 2 or something. The only reason why I can think of that is because
He'll probably pick the number of strip clubs he went to in like a day.
yeah. But Vicente, you can only go up to the number 19 for a quarterback. You can't go 20 or over. So the odds
Yeah,
of him getting 20 up is slim to none.
They'll probably go 19.
Probably 19. Something.
Ring.
He's probably sick. I don't know why I'm talking about it. I don't give a shit what number he has. But no, and it's okay. I mean, I don't care. But he's probably going to pick a single-digit number.
I'm blind because the pulse was very funny to TV.
The what?
The blue pulse that you're talking about, it was very funny to TV. Kind of blind.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Scott, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
The air pump. Remember you were.
Oh no! I was leaving that there because I already have one here.
The Bengals got new uniforms. I didn't see it.
The Bengals are unveiling new uniforms. I gotta see what these look. I mean, the ones they have now aren't that bad, but hopefully they're not terrible because the last few releases were kind of bad. Like the Rams
keeping the
uniforms look
helmet,
like
though.
something straight out of Whole Foods. The Chargers isn't terrible. I mean, they're okay.
I
but I
like
did-
the
I did
Charger
like the
uniform.
other
That's
ones
probably
better.
my favorite uniform in the league.
But the Buccaneers, like they just went back to their old uniforms. They're not necessarily
Horses,
new.
man.
Same as for the Browns. Like the Browns, they're their old uniforms. So
The
Yeah.
PS players coming
Maybe
out
so.
in 2055. Yeah?
and is it okay if I call you back?
Okay.
Porn.
Yeah, man.
So anything else you want to talk about?
Sex?
You're-
I mean, no.
You're feeling very confident with the upsets this week.
Yes, I am, man. I have no problem picking upsets.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either. But we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I do not see a Tampa Bay and Buffalo Bills. I do not see a Tampa Bay or Buffalo game, like Tampa Bay Buffalo Super Bowl at all. That'd be hilarious though, that the Bills finally go to the AFC Championship game. They go to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl and then just to play Tom Brady.
What if they win?
Dwayne Haskins actually why is he with the Steelers?
Yeah, imagine
Dude, this
that.
Super Bowl, this football year, ooh, it's getting real interesting.
He's number 3.
So basically, I think it's I think it's either going to be Green Bay, Kansas City, or Green Bay and Buffalo. That's what I think. But both of these games are going to be very close.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Green Bay and Green Bay, Tampa Bay, that game's probably going to be something like, 28-24, 35-31, something like that, like a 4-point game. The Chiefs and Buffalo game, that's going to be like another 28-24 type game. All depending on if Mahomes plays, which he probably will. So, we'll see what happens. We don't really talk about any other sports, and the only two sports that are on now are football and basketball, and we covered both of those.
I mean hockey, but there's not really much to talk about. I mean, the Flyers
Yeah,
are really,
hockey too, but
as
we
we
don't even
speak.
talk a lot about hockey. If we do, it's the Flyers. Or I think they may be the best hockey team right now.
I think they are record-wise, but they could be.
To me,
I
because
don't really pay attention to other teams.
neither do I. I don't pay attention to hockey at all. I can only name you probably like 3 Flyers players on the team right now. And I can't say Wayne Simmons because they got rid of him. He was like my favorite Flyers player too. When he played for them.
I think he's on the Leaves now.
I think so.
No. You think so? You have no idea.
So yeah, I'll be coming over next weekend. I'll be able to.
Yeah, thank God. Because
Yeah.
if you weren't, I'm gonna have to chop some necks and shave some beards.
You know what's gonna happen when I get there, right? Ah. It's gonna be nice. I don't know if I should. I mean, if your dad wants to play, he can, but I don't know how he's gonna feel about it.
No, he likes it. He likes it.
Cards Against Humanity.
Don't worry, I have my other game.
No. It's like no. I'm so horrible for saying this. Imagine if we're playing Uno, and then you have like the cards where you write things down, draw 25 cards, or let the person sitting next to you punch you in the back,
Draw the whole deck.
draw the whole deck, or get friggin' punched in the back, or karate chopped
No,
in the
we're
neck.
playing your house, get cried, chopped in the neck.
We're awful.
Something wrong with us.
There is. I'm just happy that, because look, if I ever run for president or anything like that, I just pray hands and knees that our chats, including me and Matt's chats, even the Discord voice chat Matt can tell you about, I hope those do not get uncovered, because I
Just
swear
realize
I will not.
you can't-
If I run for president, if I run for
No.
any political spot, I will get destroyed. If those get released, I'm
Dude.
done.
I can't run for president now. Oh, come on.
I
I'm
would
sick-
make a great president too,
Back
but
in,
if those things get released, you're talking about treason.
This,
I'm gonna get
treason.
kicked out of the country.
so back in you're talking me, the presidential debate. You were
Oh yeah,
talking-
Mike has the Packers winning it all too. I think that may happen.
No, you're talking to your friend Mikey on Instagram. That app is not around anymore. But what is this thing you said to him? Blowing up Detroit?
No. Wait, get mad over here. You may know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Mikey wants you.
Give me a second.
He said, "Give you the second."
So yeah, Mike, your friend. I don't know if I should take his last name on YouTube, but Mike said, I think you may know who, but yeah. So you heard what me and Vicente were talking about, right?
Briefly, yeah.
So then they're gonna be like, so Michael,
Running for president.
it says here on your direct messages with Matt Velez, you're talking about domestic violence in the household in Philadelphia because all over a grilled cheese sandwich. Is that true? I do not recall. I do not recall that. What about the Discord voice chat? You recall that? Nope. Was it me? Was it me? Nope. That's someone else. I had nothing to do with it.
if me and Mikey were presidential candidates, Republican,
Any
Democrat,
candidates?
that's what I said.
Candidates.
It would have been me and Mikey standing there like this, just taking you did this to
No,
each
no,
other.
we're sitting around the debate. They're like, so, how's your social media? It's good. Good. Nothing important. We don't say messed up things back and forth to each other all the
don't
time.
because we're beautiful.
It's not filled with like Kylie Jenner
Alright, Mikey,
pics
I gotta
or anything like
bounce.
that. Huh?
I gotta bounce.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll
go
talk
ahead.
to you later.
I'll finish up.
See
Alright, well-
everybody. I'll see you next Thursday or
See you,
next Friday.
Vicente. We'll see you Thursday. And yeah.
Hopefully I'm right about my picks.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we'll see.
While we still have people on here, do you want to bring the Chef is in back at some point?
Maybe we should. We should.
Yeah,
One day.
let's do it.
I'll-
It's only been 4 years.
4 years. It's been too long.
Far too long. All right, I'll let you bounce.
See you guys. See you, Mikey.
See ya. So, yeah, you heard that. So, and bring the Chef is in back, which is good. I suggest you watch them. So yeah. Anyway, now that he's off, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'll get to my betting part because I think I did pretty. I didn't bet this week, but had I bet on the Bucks game like I wanted to, I would have turned $20 into $80. So let's get started. In case you didn't see, I had the ticker down below. So over here we have the Buccaneers and Packers. The money line, Tampa Bay plus 155, Green Bay minus 182. Point spread, Green Bay is favored by 3.5, and total points is 51.5. So for me, give me plus 3.5, Tampa Bay. I'm picking Green Bay, but if you pick 3.5, you have either Tampa Bay winning or you have them losing by less than 3.5. So actually, no, you know what? I don't know which one it is for 4 points. I suck ass at this. Actually, no, give me Green Bay with 3.5 and give me the over. And last but not least, we have Bills and Chiefs. Money line plus 135 for the Bills and minus 162 for Kansas City. Point spread, Chiefs minus 3. Give me the Chiefs minus 3 and give me the under. They're saying 53.5. Give me the under. I think 53.5 is way too high. And keep in mind, Green Bay, their past few games, they've gone with the over, so that's something to look forward to if you bet. So, Green Bay minus 33.5 and the over. Kansas City minus 3 with the under. Boom. Thanks for watching. All Packers do is pack fudge. You're not wrong. I mean, but that's not all they do. They're cheeseheads too, Dominic. I could sit on for a minute and just talk if you guys want me to. 9:01, I'll stay on till 9:05. Just let me get a drink. Hold on. So, yeah, I'll stay on until 9:05. So that's what, 3 minutes? I normally don't talk politics on my page, but what do you call it? So we have a new president, as you know. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Good for them. Believe it, I was looking at 2024 because I was curious who would be running. And Kamala Harris is favored to win the 2024 election. I can see that happening, honestly. Biden in third, and Trump in Biden in second, Trump in third. Interesting. And in case you don't know this, and this is from like the Telegraph or whatever, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the Brahma Bull, the People's Champion, the guy who's in so many action movies with mediocre directors, the guy who plays himself in every movie basically, is 7th on there. Interesting. So yeah, I figured I'd share. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back next Thursday. Maybe sooner, depending on if we do skits like we used to. And yeah. So, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.